All right, what's up guys? Jason here, and in this video, I'm gonna walk you through step by step exactly how to use the RGB Panel Pro 2.0. Not just the highlights, not just the cool colors, but how to fully operate this light from the moment you take it out of the box to using every mode, every setting, and every feature confidently. If you've ever turned on a light like this and thought, okay, now what? Well, then this video is for you. By the end of this, you're gonna know exactly what every button does, what every menu means, and how to dial this in for real-world shooting. Let's start from the beginning. When you open the box, here's what you get. Inside, you're gonna find the RGB Panel Pro 2.0 itself. You get a nice softening diffuser, a DSLR cold shoe mount, you get a USB-C charging cable, and a really nice travel pouch to keep everything protected. This light is clearly designed to be portable and durable. It's something you can throw in a bag and actually use in the field without having to baby it. Now, real quick, I know that some of you are spec people and I love you for it. So if that's you, I'm gonna quickly go over the tech specs and then we'll walk through how to use every single feature. If you're not a technical data kind of person, feel free to skip to the next chapter mark or just sit tight. I promise I'll go fast. The Panel Pro 2.0 puts out up to about 595 lumens. It's rated around 835 lux at a half a meter. So for an on-camera or a close key light, it's absolutely that professional, practical range where you can actually shape and control your image. Color accuracy on this light is excellent. It's got a CRI of 96 plus, which is what you want for clean skin tones and consistent color on real cameras. Now, on the other side, it's full spectrum RGB with over 16 million colors, hue control from 0 to 360, brightness dimming from 0 to 100%, and a bicolor temperature range that goes all the way from 2,700 Kelvin all the way up to 7,500 Kelvin. That's huge. It also has green magenta tint control, so you can fine tune and match other lights or correct weird mixed lighting without fighting it in post-production. It's a great professional feature. Now physically, it's built like a real travel light. You're looking at roughly 6 inches wide, 3.14 inches tall, and about 0.43 inches thick, with 204 LEDs behind the frosted front panel. Now it also gives you multiple quarter 20 mounting points, so it can live on a camera, a stand, or be hidden in a scene as like a practical or accent light. Power-wise, it has a built-in rechargeable battery, and you can run it at maximum brightness for around 120 minutes. Then you can recharge it with the USB-C in about 2.5 hours. It also supports USB-C power input and output, which makes it double as a power bank, which is genuinely really useful on travel shoots. Depending what spec sheet you're referencing, the public battery figures listed around 18.5 watt hours with a 2,500 milliamp pack. And Lume Cube also publishes power bank's output numbers, so the key takeaway is that it's designed to both run the light and share power when you're out in the field. It's really cool. Now, real quick, it is worth mentioning that if you plug the Panel Pro 2.0 into the Pro Grip battery handle, which is sold separately or by itself or as part of the Lume Cube XL kit, you can extend the runtime of this light from 120 minutes to an additional 7.8 hours more. That's huge. So for longer interviews, full day shoots, or professional production environments, that kind of runtime just removes the battery anxiety completely. Same light, same output, just dramatically extended endurance. Then, on top of all that, you've got 7 built-in effects, including strobe, lightning, fire, candle, siren, and TV. Plus, it's got Bluetooth app control through Lume Control, with features like color matching tools. Now, if those numbers mean something to you, you already know what this is. This is a compact, color-accurate, legitimately capable professional light that you can mount anywhere. And for everyone else who just wants a really great light that looks incredible on camera, all you need to know is that the Panel Pro 2.0 is bright, clean, soft, color accurate, super easy to control, and built like a tank to travel. Now let's talk about the physical design of this light, because understanding where everything is makes the rest of this much easier. So the RGB Panel Pro 2.0 features a redesigned aluminum body. On the front, you've got a frosted diffusion panel with 204 LEDs behind it. These LEDs deliver a noticeably brighter output than the previous version, especially in RGB mode, while keeping the light soft and usable. On the side of the light, you're going to see 4 main controls. First is the blue mode button. This is how you navigate through the menus and settings. Below that is the adjustment dial, which you're going to use to change the values like brightness or color temperature and the effect's speed. Now there's also a dedicated power switch on this light, which is new and very welcome. And finally, there's the USB port, which is used for both charging the light and also for using it as a power bank. Now, one important detail here is mounting. The Panel Pro 2.0 has 3 quarter 20 mounting threads, one on the bottom, one on the top, and one on the side. That gives you a ton of flexibility, whether you're mounting it on a camera, maybe a light stand, a magic arm, or something else entirely. All right, now let's turn this light on and actually start using it. Go ahead and flip the power switch and the rear LCD screen comes to life. This screen is your control center and it's really big and it's gorgeous. Everything you do with this light is reflected right here, from the brightness and color to battery life and all your mode selections. Right away, you're gonna notice the battery icon in the top corner of the screen. Next to that is a time estimate showing exactly how long the light is gonna run at the current settings. This is huge. So as you adjust the brightness up or down, you're gonna see the time updated in real time. Lower brightness obviously means a longer runtime, and the higher brightness means it's gonna be a shorter runtime. Now to navigate the menus, use the blue mode button and the adjustment dial together. So pressing the blue button moves the selection arrow around the screen. When the arrow lands on the setting, you just turn the adjustment dial to change that value. When the menu item is highlighted in yellow, that means that you can rotate the dial to switch between different modes. So let's start with the HSL menu as an example. HSL is where you can control the hue, saturation, and light intensity. Now, in this mode, you're going to see 4 main controls. Level controls brightness from 0 to 100%. Color controls the hue of the light, allowing you to move through a full 360-degree color wheel. Saturation controls how intense or muted that color is. Again, that goes from 0 to 100%. And finally, BT toggles the Bluetooth on or off so the light can connect to the app. Now this mode is perfect when you want full creative color control, whether you're adding accent lighting, background color, or doing stylized effects. Now let's move over to the CCT and the FX menu. This is where the light really becomes a workhorse for video and photography. Level, again, controls the brightness from 0 to 100%. Temp controls the color temperature, all the way from a warm 2,700 Kelvin, all the way up to a cool 7,500 Kelvin. This makes it easy to match practical lights, daylight, or existing lights that you might have in your environment. Now there's also a green and magenta shift control, which lets you fine-tune color accuracy. This is especially useful when you're matching other lights or trying to correct for mixed lights in certain lighting situations. The adjustment runs from -1 to +1, allowing really fine-tuned, subtle but important shifts. Now in the same menu, you're also going to find the built-in lighting effects. These include strobe, lightning, fire, candle, siren, and TV. Now, once an effect is selected, you can use the frequency control to adjust how fast that effect plays, ranging from 1 Hz all the way up to 10 Hz. Now let's talk about charging, because this light does something a little extra. To charge the RGB Panel Pro 2.0, simply plug the included USB-C cable into a power source and connect it to the USB-C port on the light. Now the battery indicator on the screen will show that it's charging right away, but here's the cool part. The light can also act as a power bank. So if you're on set or you're traveling and your phone or your camera or maybe even your wireless audio gear needs power, you can literally plug it right into the panel and use the internal battery to charge your other devices. It's one of those features that you don't really think you'll need until you really need it. And trust me, one day you'll need it. The Panel Pro 2.0 is also Bluetooth compatible, which brings us to the app. To use the Bluetooth control, download the Lume Control app to your phone from the App Store. Open the app, go to Bluetooth pairing section, and then you'll see your light show up on the list. Once it's connected, the light's going to appear in your device's list. Now inside the app, you can control all the same settings, but you can do it wirelessly, and you also get some extra tools. One of the standout features is the color picker, which lets you take a photo of an object, and then it matches your light's color automatically. It's incredibly useful for creative matching and color consistency. Now, there's a full deep dive video on the Lume Control app if you want to explore everything that it can do. Now, let's talk about mounting and diffusion. To mount the panel on a camera, just attach the included cold shoe mount to one of the quarter 20 threads on the light, and then just slide it into your camera's shoe mount. Tighten the adjustment wheel on both the light and the camera to lock everything in place. Because the light has multiple mounting points, you can also attach the light to stands, arms, tripods, or any other quarter 20 compatible gear that you already own. If you want a softer light output, simply slide on the included diffuser over the front of the panel. This helps spread the light more evenly and reduce really harsh shadows, especially when using it close to your subject. Now let's talk about some optional accessories that are made specifically for this light that can help shape the light in a more professional way. Now, out of the box, the Panel Pro gives you a wide, soft spread, but sometimes you don't want it wide. You want to control it. So first, barn doors. Barn doors allow you to physically cut and shape the beam. You can block spill from hitting the walls, control where the highlights land, and you can prevent light from contaminating other parts of your scene. If you're lighting a subject and you don't want the background lit, barn doors are incredibly helpful for keeping that light really contained where you want it. And now let's talk about the optional honeycomb grid. The grid tightens the beam pattern without physically blocking the light. So instead of cutting the light, what it does is it narrows it and it directs it forward. This reduces spill and gives you more focused contrast, especially useful for hair lights, rim lights, or background accents. Barn doors give you physical cut control, and the grid gives you directional control. Both dramatically increase the professional flexibility of the light, and they're definitely worth checking out. Now, these optional accessories really expand what the Panel Pro can do in professional environments. And also don't forget that my link in the description also gets you 20% off of anything you buy from Lume Cube, so it's kind of hard to pass up. And that's it. That's a full walkthrough of how to use the RGB Panel Pro 2.0 from physical controls to advanced settings, mounting, charging, and app control. If you have any questions that I didn't cover here, you can always reach out to Lume Cube support, drop a comment down below, or connect with the community. If you want more lighting tutorials like this, make sure you're subscribed. Thanks again for watching, stay creative, and I'll see you guys in the next video.